guys, so sharing some lessons learned from a house move over the Christmas period. And as I've said over the last 2 days, it was pretty tough, and the need to downsize and moving away from, great neighbours and a great location, with wellbeing being the main driver, and having to seriously cull to move into a place a lot smaller than we come from. The other lesson that was key was that we had to be active listeners, and we both went through different journeys, different experiences, different emotions as we got rid of things and decided that what things wouldn't fit and they'd have to go. And when someone's starting to talk about, oh, well, maybe it would fit into this space, and it's human instinct, and I'm as guilty of it, to want to jump in and solve the problem. And it's like Stephen Covey in his 7 Habits of Highly Successful People said, most people do not listen with the intent to understand, they listen with the intent to reply. And it's very easy to say, yes, but if we did this, and when you've done that, you've just cut the other person off and changed the conversation from being about them and how they feel to being about you. So it was really important to consciously listen and really hear what was being said without interruption, and waiting for a time then it was appropriate to respond. And as I say, not always easy, but we need to be conscious of it. And as a leader, we absolutely need to be active listeners. We need to hear what the other person is truly saying. You can't coach and mentor someone unless you're listening. You can't give people feedback unless you're listening. You can't empower people unless you're listening. You can't communicate effectively unless you're listening. So active listening is at the core of so many other leadership competencies and capabilities. And active listeners are in the moment. They're there with the other person. They make eye contact. They relax. They're in an area where there's no disruption. It's all about the other person that you're listening to. And it's important, as I've said, not to interrupt. Don't try and solve the problem. And we often, when we have silence, we feel it's a vacuum that needs to be filled, and it's not. Let the other person take the time to think about what they want to say. Let the silence sit there. Acknowledge what they're saying, nod. Show interest, and that you're really hearing them.